Okay. Uh,
Sorry about that, Dawn. I thought you were calling on your wife.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not Christine.
yeah, I know. Well, my wife, I asked her before we got married, when we were vow ambassadors, do you want to be called Chris or Christine? She told me Christine because that's my name. I'm used to
The
Christine.
only time I got my full name is when I was in the doghouse. So you say, Preston, I get, uh-oh. What did I do now?
Yeah. For
It's
me,
one
it
of those
was,
automatic reactions.
for me, it was Donald Ernest. I knew I was in trouble then.
Oh, you know how much trouble you're in by how much your name you hear.
Yeah. Oh, you heard the second name. You were in dire straits.
Mhm.
You were
You
dead
were in
meat.
big trouble.
That was the only way you got to learn what your middle name was.
Right.
And of course, we all know what our middle name is quite well, right?
Right.
'Cause
Unfortunately.
we were all kids once.
Uh,
And we went through that with the women's chat because Facebook puts your full name on the front, on each thing that you post. And so everybody was answering by putting in my full name in, and I finally had to say, please don't do that. I feel like I'm in trouble all the time.
well, what they called me when I wasn't in trouble is actually maybe worse. It was always Donnie. Oh, Donnie. You go through that, Don?
Yep.
Yeah. It was.
You don't like it? You hate that?
There are three people there are just a very few people who I will let call me Donnie at this point. Christine's brother is one. My brother and sisters are the others. I really never got off on the name Donnie. I prefer Don or Donald or Hey You.
Used to bother me, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
I go like whatever. I mean,
Well, at this point, with my stand in the word, I've softened up a little bit. And, if somebody wanted to call me Donnie, oh, what the heck?
sometimes I've even thought maybe even using the word Donnie.
Yeah.
But in honor of Donnie Fugit.
Yeah.
Neither one of you look like a Donnie to me.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Well, when I was young, I was cute. The dimples.
Hair.
I hate to tell you, Don, they're still there.
Yeah, I know. I know. They're still there. But when I was younger, they were much more pronounced. And I had the cutest little smile, and I say that to my sisters, and they'll just look at me and they say, "Yeah, what happened to you? You used to be
Oh,
cute."
that's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know what they mean, and I just take it in good humor. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna have to get up early to go to the doctor and get pinned.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Every time I go,
Ah, one stick.
one stick. Well, they could take 6 vials from that one stick, and
Right.
you'd only see the one stick.
Yeah.
But today you only took 1 vial.
Just want the one stick, though.
Yeah.
None of this digging around.
Well, see, that's because I'm on a blood thinner, and they have to keep checking it.
Mm-hmm.
This blood thinner, I found out what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually made from the same stuff they make rat poison from.
Yeah, you just don't want to get quite as much.
Yeah. You want a much smaller dosage.
Yeah.
But you see, it's funny when I was at Brookhaven, that was a year ago already. Can you believe that? When I was at Brookhaven, I was either in bed or in a wheelchair. I wasn't moving around. So they had to, it changes. What you need is the dosage on this stuff. So I went from 5 milligrams down to 1 milligram. And ever since I'd gotten home from Brookhaven, we've been trying to fix my dosage because my readings were way too high, way too low. You know, like John I mentioned to you guys, John had a under 4 on his hemoglobin. Well, this should be 2.0 on the IRN. It measures, I think, the iron in your blood, and it's supposed to be around 2, and I was down at 1/2, 0.5 in this reading, and they couldn't figure it out. And then I finally realized that I was still on the dosage that they had given me at Brookhaven when I was either in bed or in a wheelchair. Makes a big difference.
So it's improved?
Yeah. So now that we got it right, it's going good again. But he has to take blood every time I go there and check it.
Yes.
How often do you go?
Every 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Ew.
And we might go up to a month. If it stays this consistent, he may go up to a month.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a good goal.
Yeah. It's a good thing to believe for.
Put that out with prayer warriors too.
Yeah. Well, we got the dosage right, and we got my meds back to the point where everything seems to be working again. Like I'm on a water pill and potassium, and if you go on a water pill, you got to go on potassium because you pee away all your potassium.
I guess eating a whole bunch of bananas didn't cut it, huh?
Whenever I eat a banana, it has a bad reaction. I get constipated for 3 or 4 days.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Don't know why.
Well, don't eat bananas.
Right.
They don't like you.
Yeah. When I was living in Ohio, I could eat them because I remember on Saturday afternoons we used to have those peanut butter, banana, honey, and wheat germ sandwiches. Those were so good.
They
With
sound
what?
good.
Oh, we have like fruit salad
Yeah, we had fruit salads and
yogurt
yeah,
and grapes and walnuts.
yeah,
That was good.
sort of like a Waldorf salad.
Yeah, only it was fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all fruit and nuts.
You guys are making me hungry. Come on, I'm on a diet. Give me a break, huh?
I'd forgotten all about the fruit salad.
Yeah, that's what I used to think about with Chandra, the fruit and nuts.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why she was the fruit and nuts, because really sweet. And
I miss Chandra. I haven't seen her for a while.
I talked to her on Facebook a couple of weeks ago.
She must be busy because she's not on Facebook much either.
Yeah, she said she's you know, she's got things going on with her husband and
Mhm.
you know, the kids and the dog and
Getting acclimated to the new environment, I'm sure, is a lot of it.
yeah. So that, you know, she can't get here because of the move,
Mhm.
because it's 2 hours earlier now, or
Her
yeah, 2
clocks are all weird.
and so she's right in the middle of all kinds of activity.
Mhm.
I've talked to her about it and said, you know, I understand why you're not making it, but you know, if you can, you're still more than welcome to come.
Absolutely.
Please come if you get the chance. And she said, yeah, she loves us all and wishes she could be here, but she's just got so many things going on that it's really, really hard for her.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys want to talk to her on Facebook, just leave her a message. She'll talk to you.
Mhm.
She doesn't think she's better than us anymore.
Yeah, she's in our little group chats every once in a while on there. Group message.
Yeah.
That way she can respond when she can, which is
Yeah.
the beauty of it. So,
Yeah, that's the nice thing about that. She can at least respond.
yeah.
And she's no longer running the social media for TLTF.
Yeah.
Christine Botley's doing that, but she's helping.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you get the stuff that she posts on Twitter, but I do. So I know she's posting on Twitter almost daily. So
Well, that's good.
she's still active. I'm very encouraged about. I hope she can get all this stuff worked out with her family. So either of you have anything interesting from this week?
That's a pretty boring week.
I guess it has been for us too.
Yeah.
We just finished up a 6-week Bible study on the armor of God,
Cool.
which it was very good.
I still got to go back to
The problem
Hebrews.
was it was once a week.
Yeah, I got to
How's
go
your
back
group
to.
going, Don?
Huh?
I was asking Don how his group was going.
Oh,
Weren't you involved with a
Women's Fellowship.
women's
Yeah.
fellowship? Yeah.
I invaded the women's fellowship, and they said I could keep coming, and they said we may have references to girls and that kind of stuff, but just change the word girls to guys when those
Did it
kind
make
of
you sit in the corner?
No, I'm the AV guy, the audio video guy. I'm the only one that knows how to work the DVD player. So we watch a little half-hour blurb on the DVD player, and every now and then, we watch movies. Saw the War Room. We watched
That's a great movie.
and God's Not Dead. We watched both of those.
Mm-hmm.
The War Room I haven't seen, and I really want to.
War Room is very good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one other one that's supposed to be really good.
The
Facing the Giants.
I think it only has a one-word title.
Hal and Mr. Fudge.
No, I've seen that.
Okay, that's a good one too.
Fireproof.
Fireproof. Maybe.
No, it wasn't Fireproof. That's the Chris, whatever his name is. The guy from,
Courageous.
yeah, the kid from Family Matters or something like that.
I'm mentally going through the list of the movies from that the director did.
Yeah,
The same guy directed them.
yeah. Well, I'll give you guys a recommendation. If you haven't seen it, and you can, watch the Jerusalem Countdown.
Oh, really? Okay.
That is
I have seen it.
yeah, I thought it was an excellent movie.
Mm-hmm. Now that just came out, didn't it?
No, that's been out for years.
Oh, okay.
Chris, what did you think of it?
It was a little confusing. I had to watch it a second time to finally get it, to
Yeah.
get all of it.
It's really something.
I like God is Not Dead better.
Mm-hmm.
John was originally supposed to be in that movie.
Yeah,
Was he really?
Yeah, but they decided to not put him in for some reason.
Mm-hmm. They wanted him to be the bad guy, and he didn't want to be the bad guy.
Maybe he was too handsome.
Too nice.
Yeah.
Well, I was, Don, you weren't here, but I was telling Chris that I was accused of having one-dimensional thinking this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
And I asked them, what do you mean by that? I don't even understand what that is. And they said, oh, well, you have to consider other points of view and consider all the intellectual stuff. And, well, we do. I do. I consider it.
You mean they're accusing you of having like tunnel vision?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And
Well, I think that's a good thing.
in,
If your tunnel vision is for the word, I think it's a good thing.
I think it was regarding that September 23rd rapture thing.
yeah, it was in regard, for one person, it was in regards to that. And for this other person, they had some situations going on in their life, and I just made a comment on them that, you know, and then she said, don't get one-dimensional in your thinking. Don't think of only one thing. You got to think about all this other stuff. And okay,
Yeah, so why are they coming to you and asking for?
well, they didn't. They just asked a general question
Okay.
on Facebook. You know how people say, well, this and this and this happened. What do you guys think?
Yeah, and they
So
really want to know what you think. They will just want an opportunity to say what they think.
Right. And, you know,
Obviously, you didn't say what they wanted to hear.
that's quite true.
Mhm.
And what I said, I was trying to be very encouraging to this person, saying, right on for you.
Mhm.
And they come back with this, you know. So I said, okay, I get you. You know, I'll just not comment on your stuff anymore. You know, unless it's, you know,
Unless you agree with them.
yeah, unless I agree with them, I won't comment.
Yeah.
And in fact, I didn't disagree with her. I was just pointing out additional information. Oh,
Well, you can't get upset with what they say on Facebook because somebody is going to be unhappy about anything
everything.
you say.
Yeah, you're never gonna. I'm not worried about it because I know that I'm not gonna please. In fact, I probably insult more people with my beliefs than I make friends with.
I'm starting to wonder if that's not a good thing.
Well, I know that at least Jesus Christ said, "They hate me, and they will hate you."
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
I
you know,
posted a song on Facebook that really blessed me. It was a video, and I posted it on there, shared it with everybody, and I got somebody sending me a Facebook message. It was an email message. They tried to sound like Facebook security.
yeah,
You could tell it wasn't. And they were telling me that it was offensive and that I was out of line putting it on there, and that if I continued to do things like that, my account would be pulled and closed. And, you know, in other words, I was going to be crucified.
yeah.
And I thought, yeah,
And you just put a song on there?
yeah.
Take a hike, bozo.
Unbelievable.
Do they really think that that's going to shut us up?
They might be stupid enough to think that if they don't know us real well.
We got the greatest thing going in life.
Amen.
Why do you want to shut up about it? You don't let these idiot people make you quiet. You want to share it with people.
Yeah.
There are some who want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that last verse I read. Because you say you, what was it? Basically, Jesus Christ is saying to Pharisees, because you think you're right, you're still guilty. You know, oh, I don't want to be guilty. I don't want him looking at me and saying, "You're guilty."
But he was saying that to the Pharisees.
Yeah,
He said a lot of things to the Pharisees that they would understand.
yeah,
Not necessarily because it was, the actual way things were,
yeah,
but it was the way they thought things were.
well,
He would relate to them on the plane that or on a level that they would understand.
even the Pharisees believed in reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of said that tonight. I was altogether born in sin, and you preach to us?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody should.
Yeah.
What is that? Nothing new under the sun?
Yeah,
It's in the Bible somewhere.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
something under the sun.
Reincarnation was around then and it's around now.
Yeah. What is all? Hey, there's a lot of things in the Bible that people really don't understand because they don't understand the general knowledge that was available and the customs.
Hmm.
Like sometime go through Bob Wassong's teachings, and you will pick up some really interesting information about what they believed back then. Like they believed the earth was flat, for one thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
of course,
okay. About 520 years or so that people have believed the world is round.
yeah,
I mean, when you think of it, that's amazing.
yeah. Well, that's, you know what gets me? All this stuff that's going on about racism. You know, this person was, hey, back when they were, what's his name? The guy who had his kid kidnapped. Um,
Who?
Lindbergh.
Oh,
He was a
kidnap.
racist. And people, guess what? There were a lot of people who were racist back then.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these people who talk about slaves in the Bible and what they could do to their slaves. Guess what? That was the norm.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean it was right, but that's
Doesn't
what
mean it was, yeah,
you have
and
to understand the people based on the culture in which they live.
right. You have to look at it that way always, and people don't.
Mm-hmm. And then to accuse us, or for anyone to accuse someone today of thinking the way that people thought back then is just wrong. It's not
Yeah,
true.
but they don't want to listen to that. So
Yeah.
the people who bring that sort of stuff up aren't going to hear you anyway.
Mm-hmm. Promoting an agenda that they can live off of.
Yeah. All right. Mickey's big hand is getting close to the 6, so I know you got to work tomorrow, Don. So we're going to call an end to it. So everyone, you've now sat through Fellowship After Hours. Aren't you lucky? So we'll see you next week. Have a good week, and may the Lord keep you all blessed in big time. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
And eat lots of brownies.
Right. And if I could do
Brownies?
Yeah, I'm
I-
foreknowledge. I have foreknowledge.
I wonder if I could do it. Just a second. I want to try one thing quickly before we go. I don't know if I can do this. No, it won't work. It won't work.
Yeah.
I was going to try and bring up Claudette.
Ah. Oh, send me the link to that PFAL.
I thought I invited you.
You might have. I just lost it.
Okay, I'll invite you again. Chris, are you at that page?
Pardon me?
The PFAL class page? Or the
Do
picture
I
with Dr. Werewolf on it?
have I watched it?
No, have you been invited? I'll invite you there.
I'm not sure if I have or not, because remember I told you, I need to explain to you, the reason I get paranoid about getting the link is because everything I've put you in 4 times telling Hotmail, this is someone that I know, this is someone who's safe. And every single time, every message that comes from you goes into my junk mail.
Yeah. Oh,
Everyone.
I
And I
can
put you in
relate.
4 times.
I used to have Hotmail. I know it goes on there.
It's infuriating. And then I get mail coming into my inbox about tire rotations. You know, come in and have your tires rotated, you know?
Oh,
And I don't know who that is.
I can top that. I used to get them for breast enlargement.
Oh, I hope you didn't take advantage of it.
No, I didn't.
Just pass it on.